everybody. I hope that you are doing great. Tonight, what I am going to do, I'm going to go ahead and give a universal reading first, and then I will open it up for anybody that needs a free reading for today and needs some guidance in some area in your life. Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm the Mystic Channeler. And what that means is I'm just a spiritual seeker like anybody else and looking at the magic and everything, I guess you could say. All right. And the one thing I specialize in is Lenormand cards. And I am so excited to bring them to you. And tonight I thought it would be great before I do the universal reading to so that everybody can get on, is to let you know something about a card, about the Lenormand card, about the writer. So let's do a little knowledge about it, a little fact. So the rider means movement, arrival, swiftness, and speed. And of course, the horse, if you look at the horse, it means power, agility, freedom, travel, beauty, and grace. It can also mean news is on the way or novelty and new things, which I absolutely love. And it can also describe a person, fit and young person entering into your life. And it can be neutral. So I thought it would be also fun to take an extension a little bit. Let's look at the writer if we're looking at the main theme is love. Maybe there's a new prospect coming into your life, a new person that you will be attracted to. It also could just be a new relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic, or a new friendship will blossom. So what I'll do whenever I come live on Sundays is I'll go over just different cards so that, you need a fact of the day. That's the fact of the day. And especially if you're a little bit interested in these cards and what do they mean. Sometimes they really surprise me, and because they can be right on. But what it does, it looks at the energy that is surrounding you at the present. And then it moves forward what knowledge that it can give you. And if you don't like what the cards say, you can say, you know what, I don't like it. I'm going to change the way I'm thinking or change your behavior, because the future is not set in stone yet. So you can absolutely do that. So I want to go ahead and switch to the universal reading. And let me switch to the other camera so that you can actually see the cards. So I am going to do the universal reading with this card deck. This is one of my favorites. And with Lenormand cards, it's very important to have a good question, because that's where all the reading is the question. All right, so I'm just going to do a general question. And I feel like I want to know what energy is surrounding whoever's watching this at this time. What guidance do they need to be the best version of themselves for the higher good? Oh my goodness, I extended that question. I like that question. It just came to mind. So what I'm doing now is I'm just getting my energy on them. And I always know when I need to stop, when the cards are in place. Okay. Now, so what I'm going to do is let me see what I'm being pulled to. Yep, I'm being pulled to do it on top. So the top card is going to be the focus card. It's going to be the main card, which is knowledge. I love this. And with Lenormand cards, you really have to read the cards around it. So I'm going to do the next two. Oh, excellent, excellent. Okay. All right, so I have shuffled them and everything else. And it's so interesting because these cards actually came up while I was reading for somebody else. It's very interesting. And of course, she is, this is the universal reading. So this is the main card, the focus card that really energizes these two sections. So this is what is about in the past with this knowledge. So I love this. So the knowledge that we're learning today is actually going to transform us. So the death card doesn't have to be scary. So it really depends on this card. And this card will bring us luck. So the knowledge that we have learned in the past has really brought us luck. and really has lit us up with our soul. So we need to continue with that. I love that universal. So then we're looking into the future. And it's so interesting. Again, I've had a reading like this, and the two cards came exactly like this. So spiritually, we are up in the clouds. We are loving life. But many times we are way up there. We don't look at our lower chakras. We're up in our upper chakras for energy. However, with this is like the things that we have gone through, what we have learned. It is going to actually shape us. Okay, so it's actually shaping us more spiritually. And so we need to take the lessons that we have learned, even though they're difficult lessons to learn, and put it towards our spirituality. No, you know what? What is the meaning behind that lesson? What did I learn to really strengthen my soul? And so, with the knowledge that way back here, we need to keep this knowledge and really look at it, saying, you know what, my knowledge is expanding. We are on planet Earth, we are actually all expanding, and we are learning so much, and we are all awakening. And so, I think this is just a reminder whatever tribulation that you have had, embrace it and learn from it. So now I open it up to whoever needs a free reading, and let me know at this time, yes, I want a reading. And if you say yes, then tell me, do you want a general reading? Do you want it about finances? Do you want a question about your love life? Love life is always number one, that everybody always wants to talk about. Is it about maybe something legal? Is it something in the family or spiritual? So think about what question that you want answered. And if you don't have one at this time, I do want to let you know that I do have a group reading. Oh, Cindy. Okay. I was good. Okay. But if you see this live and you wanted a question answered, you can always go to a group reading, a free Lenormand group reading. You go on my website to sign up for it. And it's the first Wednesday of every month. And Cindy, yes, ma'am. Career, please. All right, let's do it. And let me see. I've got so many decks. I'm going to see if I'm going to. Yeah, I do. I feel like I need to continue with this deck. Okay. So let's go ahead and Cindy, come up with a question. Do you want me to come up with a question for you, but kind of come with a general question about your career, or if you have something specific? And I can always turn that question into something that will get you a real good rating. So let me know what career question you have, Cindy. And I'll give you a few minutes while I do the shuffling. And that, because Lenormand cards, the more specific you are sometimes, the better. Because, yeah, career is another one, especially during the summertime when people are, changing careers. So come up with that question. And I know there's always a delay. Sometimes you put in a question and then I don't get it for a minute or two later. I love that picture of you, by the way. That's a good picture. You're very photogenic. Okay, so struggling between two careers. Okay, so that you are able to really guide, and think about which direction that you are going. I feel like you already know what you want, but you're wanting to be validated. That's what I'm really feeling about your energy right now, Cindy. It just all of a sudden hit me. So I'm going to go ahead and what guidance does Cindy need to be validated on which two careers that she has, what choice that she should make? Okay. And so let's do that. But I really feel like you already know. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to switch. I'm sorry, I was about to do the reading and you won't be able to see the cards. So I'm going to switch to the cards. And I'm really feeling the focal point is going to be the bear, okay? Is the focus card. And the bear just means a job that you can thrive in. So, Okay, so 2 on this side and 1, 2 on this side. Okay. There's the bear. All right. So in the past, and I think you've been asking a lot of people about which way should I go? Which way should I go? And so you've been really talking about, because what this really shows me is chitter chatter, a lot of talking, and you're really watching what people think that you should do. And you can comment along on the rating, say, no, that doesn't make sense. And then I can dive back into it. But it's like you're up here and you're watching where people are, and you're going, well, which way should I go to make not only myself a better person, but also to help other people. Okay. And it just seems like you've been really chitter chattering in the past with other people. All right. So what you really need to be guided on and really look at is you do have lots of opportunities. Okay. These 2 opportunities, you have more than one, is what this is showing you. But what you really need to center on is one of these careers will really eat at you. In other words, it's going to really take a toll on your body. It's going to really take a lot of energy to do it. And you really need to look at both to say, okay, which one is really going to give least amount of energy that I have to give. Okay, because it is plentiful. It will be plentiful, but sometimes plentiful means that you have to sacrifice a lot. So if you are willing to do that, then yes, please do take that job. But just know there's going to be a lot of things that you have to go through that may tear on your body and may make you weak. So look at both of them and look at the one that, and I feel like you already know which one, but may not bring you much financial standing. But what we can do, okay, I feel like I need to extend this a little bit. I'm going to give you a little bit more, okay? So I really feel like I want to see about this, okay, about the mice. What guidance can the Lenormand cards give you when you're looking at that? Okay. So let's look at the mouse. Or the mice. There's more than one. There it is. Okay. I gotcha. All right. So the reason why I'm doing this reading is I just wanted to see more an extension of the mice, why you have this here. So I just felt like I needed to go. So and it's actually looking at this. So what you have been really living through with, what you're really wanting in the past with your careers is you're wanting to be loyal to it so that it will, stars is like spiritual, okay, can bring up your spirituality and your soul. So you really want to find a job that you can be very loyal to and at the same time be spiritual. You will be receiving a contract or a letter, but there are some things you need to negotiate with, really, really look at. Because the snake just means that there's just something in there that may be a little bit harsh. So you've got to be aware of the job that you're going to take. Make sure you read between the lines of the contract. All right. I hope this, Cindy, I hope that this helps you in love and light. And I hope that I know it's sometimes very difficult to make a decision, but again, I feel like you already know which way you're leaning, and just sit with it and write down, if I take this job, what things will really wear me out, or what's the negativity of it, and kind of weigh it that way. And don't really listen to what other people are saying. You need to concentrate on what your heart is saying. Okay. All right. All right. Go and love and light. I love it. And good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Because a career can really make you, love life or have difficulty with it. So okay, so let me know if there's anybody else that wants a reading. And you can tell that one kind of got extended a little bit because I really felt like I needed to. And sometimes when I feel like I need to help somebody, I'll extend the reading a little bit. All right. So I think I'm just going to leave a little bit. Let me know if you want a reading, and then we can come up with a question with that. Yeah, the one thing with Lenormand card reading cards is it is the guidance just is at all. I've had so many clients in the past that told me, you know what, you called me out. I wasn't expecting that. And I'm going, oh, it's so scary that sometimes it can be right on. And but to be able to receive the guidance and the information, you do have to be open to it, because a lot of people, if they do any type of psychic reading or even mediumship, if you are not able to receive the information, then you won't be able to at that time. All right. I think that may be it. I just started doing this. I used to have a show a long time ago during COVID, and I came on every Sunday because everybody was at home. And I felt like, okay, I need to give some love and light to everybody. So this week, let me think. So this week, what I really want you to think about is really trust the process. Trust your life. Okay. Trust your intuition. Trust what your heart is telling you. And even through the thick and thin, you'll be able to conquer it, because you are more powerful than you think you are. And remember to really think about when you think your thoughts, they're the same thing as speaking them. And the universe doesn't know any different. So whatever you're thinking will actually manifest. So really, sometimes when I have a negative thought, I turn it around immediately and try to think about, a couple of positive things to erase that. So I hope that this week you will find your knowledge, you will find your truth, so that you can find the love that you need. And I appreciate you, and I'll see you next Sunday.